realistic water physics, way better vehicle deformation, graphics that will somehow make RDR2's graphics look last gen, and much more. Those are some of the rumors we're hearing about GTA 6. So in this video, we're going to be looking at where this is coming from, why it is somewhat believable, and we'll also actually take a look at some examples of some of this stuff. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hop in. So here's the start of the article. I'll try and leave a link to this in the description, but you can see GTA 6 improvements brought by the new version of the Rage engine. This is a Rockstar Mag exclusive. Now, before we even dive into any of those features or whatever, where this is coming from. So this is coming from the Rockstar Magazine's website. This is not an official affiliation with Rockstar, but these people have been in the Rockstar world for a very, very long time. Probably one of the first fan sites of this game or of this franchise. I will just say, take this with a grain of salt. However, the Rockstar Mag website has been pretty reputable in the past. They have definitely reported on legit leaks and rumors and stuff over the course of the last 20 years. So this is definitely in the more than probable category than just outright fake. But as always, it's not, of course, from Rockstar officially. So yeah, take it with a grain of salt. But if you want to get excited, let's go ahead and just check out what some of these new features, new improvements actually are. So some context for where this is coming from. Apparently, after many months of work and research with the help of our sources, and they don't really specify who their sources are, but they do say our sources, we've been able to obtain some rather interesting information on the technical improvements that should be present in GTA 6, thanks in particular to the evolution of the Rage engine. And here's a sneak preview. All right. So a little backstory. Rage, it stands for Rockstar Advanced Game Engine. And like it says, it's one of the most powerful engines in video game history. The last two iterations of this Rage engine, we had Rage 7, which is of course GTA 5, and this brought innovations such as improved scripting engine, DirectX 11, and then RDR2's version innovated even more, of course, with its artificial intelligence, the weather system, that was a huge thing, the volumetric effects, as well as interactions with NPCs. They're some of the most advanced in the industry today. So that brings us to Rage 9, which of course is going to be GTA 6. These are some of the things that it will innovate on. Game physics. The big one being water physically simulated in real time. That is absolutely insane if that's the case. We'll see an example of that, but that sounds amazing. The other one that's huge is better vehicle deformations. That is something I think is going to just make the game so much better. It's maybe a smaller thing to some people. It's something that not many people really notice, I guess, potentially, but having a much, much more realistic vehicle deformation system and vehicle physics system, I cannot wait for that. In addition to all that though, so there's going to be a more realistic time management. I'm not entirely sure how that is going to work or what that even means necessarily, but it does say morning, day, evening, and night. I guess just the world, it'll just advance the hours, the time in it. It'll just be more realistic, I guess. I'm not sure. The next one, quality of rendering. So, this is one that just means the graphics are going to be better. Textures, lighting, volumetric clouds, all that stuff. And then the final one, of course, they're going to have better artificial intelligence. So what we saw in RDR2 is probably a taste of that. It's going to be even crazier in GTA 6, interactions with NPCs, police reaction, etc. So those are some of the tidbits. Let's go ahead and break this down. The one crazy statement made in this article is this one. I genuinely don't know if I can believe this. Number one, mainly because RDR2's graphics are top of the line already. So the fact that they state here, the graphics gap between RDR2 and GTA 6 will be greater than GTA 5 and RDR2, how does that even make sense? What does that even look like? Is GTA 6 literally going to be photorealistic? I feel like that's maybe getting my expectations too high. So this is the one rumor here that I might choose to not believe, simply because RDR2's graphics were already great, and you're telling me that somehow the gap is going to be bigger from RDR2 to GTA 6 than from GTA 5 to RDR2 when that gap was already huge? If you want to believe this, go for it. I mean, look, if that's true, that is going to be absolutely incredible. But I think out of all these rumors, this is the one I'm gonna temper my expectations on, just because that's just how are they gonna do that? What is that game even going to look like? I mean, Cyberpunk maybe is one of the only other examples of graphics in a game looking somewhat realistic. I don't know. If you have thoughts on this, what the hell does a GTA 6 game with a bigger graphics gap, what does that look like to you? Let us know in the comments. All right, let's continue on though. The first one, or the big one that we're going to be talking about, is the physics of water. This has been mentioned multiple times over the past couple of years, honestly, regarding GTA 6. So it looks like out of all the stuff, this is probably going to be one of the things that is true. And we'll take a look at an example. So in GTA 5, this is, I guess, how the water looked. We'll just play this video. It had these like, what is that, polygons? I don't know. I'm not a game developer, but you can see that's how the water was developed. Now, GTA 6 allegedly is going to have realistic water, like real-time water. And some of the examples brought up were the NVIDIA Waveworks. And we actually have an example. If we scroll down, this right here, we'll read the article actually because he explains it. After months of research, experimentation, and optimization, the engineers at the California studio have achieved the feat of physically simulating water in an open world video game in real time. And as far as who's doing this, apparently there was a team composed of 20-ish engineers at Rockstar, at the Rockstar San Diego studio, that was solely working on these new water physics. They were developing a new technology with the water physics. So let's take a look at what that looks like. Now, we've actually seen this video a couple of times over the last couple of years and stuff, like I mentioned, but this is what the water is going to look like. This is what it's rumored to look like, I should say. Realistic simulated water. That is going to be crazy. I will just say, because one of the big problems with this is performance, I probably wouldn't be expecting GTA 6 to run at 60 FPS on consoles. Honestly, after reading this article, that's my big takeaway. This game is more than likely not running at 60 FPS. But given all these water rumors, yeah, the big thought is that the ocean, just the water in general, will be an important part of the game. I think it's been rumored here that surfing might be possible. I think that was in one of the events in the leaked videos. So that could be a possibility of an event. Like, imagine surfing. Now, it is Florida. They don't have the biggest of waves. So I don't know if you'll have to just wait until you have big waves, or if, I don't know how exactly that would work if surfing's in the game. But yeah, that would be crazy. Apparently, I didn't know this, but Rockstar actually made a surfing game back in 2000. So look, they've done it before, I guess. So that's the water. The next thing is the vehicle physics. I mean, this is something I'm excited for. The increase in the number of polygons is just gone up a significant amount, they mention, which basically will enable precise deformations and by extension, more realistic accidents. Like I love that part about GTA 4 compared to GTA 5. They kind of toned it down in GTA 5 a bit, but having much more precise accidents and realistic just car deformation, I think is going to be an awesome part of the game, just to see how crazy it can actually get. And one of the other big parts that's, I think, going a little bit under the radar is this rumor right here. Vehicle customization will not only impact just the customization, the exterior and all that, it will also impact the driving experience. I hope, because I've always said this is how it should be, that means there's not classes of cars, but there's classes of like engines and vehicle parts. So you could put a supercar engine in like a little crappy car and then still compete in races against other supercars. It would look hilarious to do that. And here's an example, I guess, in this little paragraph. Installing a spoiler on your vehicle may provide useful for handling during a gusty storm. Hurricanes? Question mark? Probably not, but yeah, gusty storms. The balance between realism and arcade mode will be managed in such a way as to maintain a driving experience similar to that of GTA 5. So don't worry about that. So I guess, yeah, your car's not going to handle like a boat like in GTA 4, which is a good thing. Like GTA 5's driving is definitely a lot better than GTA 4, but if they can maintain and go back to some of the physics, what it sounds like they're doing from GTA 4, it's going to be the best of both worlds. That's awesome. All right, continuing. The next one, the light. This is where they talk about more of the graphics. GTA 6 apparently will be the first title in the GTA saga to feature physically simulated light. This is made possible by materials called physics-based rendering, which are the set of technologies that give materials physical optical properties, okay? These technologies have been available in Rage 8, so in RDR2. This enables textures to be rendered more realistically in relation to light for a more immersive experience both day and night. And we actually did kind of see this, at least at nighttime, in one of the leaked clips. Lucia is in the strip club. She goes outside, and even in the alpha stages of the game, the nighttime looked phenomenal. So yeah, all right, cool. And because of course it's in Miami, a city renowned for its nightlife, it was necessary to allow players to experience a more realistic immersion during the night. So cool. Then we get, I'm assuming this is weather, meteorology. Lovely little RDR2 picture there. There will be a real weather system that will impact the game's environment and gameplay. This sounds exciting. Gusts of wind will batter vegetation and create waves, maybe that you could surf, that will disturb the peace and quietness of the beach. Rain and wind will affect your driving during high-speed travel. That sounds kind of cool. Sunrises and sunsets will be more realistic than ever, and nights more disturbing. A little curious there. And actually, I guess that's the end of the article. So those are the rumors. So that's where you have it. Those are some of the new features you can expect to see in GTA 6, or at least these are some of the main objectives which the Rockstar San Diego teams are working on. He does end the article, you know, I think like all leakers do, it's not 100% certain that these options will be implemented in this version of the game. I think what it sounds like happened is the people at the Rockstar Magazine website here, they know a couple of Rockstar employees at the Rockstar San Diego team. They got their information and they're sharing it with us, but the Rockstar San Diego team is still working on it. Hopefully they can obviously figure it out for GTA 6. But we have some really, really exciting rumors here. Obviously, in the comments, let us know your thoughts on, I guess, which one is the most exciting for you. But let's just assume all of this stuff is real. I mean, wow. GTA 6, this game is going to be fire. Anyway, that's going to do it for today's GTA 6 video. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Of course, look, we're still waiting and hoping that something GTA 6 related officially from Rockstar happens this week. So be on the lookout for that. But anyway, that's going to do it. So thank you guys for watching. Please drop it a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA 6 content. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.